Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chord Dave, and today it's Chord Dave Live after 2 weeks away, and it's a new year. So happy new year to all of you out there. I see the comments have already started. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'm glad to be back. It seems like a long time since we did one of these things. So long I forgot to turn down the sound on the other device there. Tonight's beer is Hop House 13, which is a Guinness beer, and it's quite delicious. So anyway, Happy New Year to all of you and everybody who will join us later on as well. Thanks for coming, and thanks for making the start to 2022 be a good one. All right, so today I just thought what we would talk about, because we normally have our question of the week, or question of the stream. I thought what we would just throw up for a little bit of fun was Guitar Predictions 2022. And all that means is give me your guitar predictions for 2022. I know we talked about this in a recent video as well, because we've done predictions and prediction videos and everything. But very interested to know what you guys are looking forward to. If you've heard rumors of stuff at NAMM, I've heard loads of nonsense rumors about what's going to happen. Sorry, not NAMM, Believe It Music week at the end of the month. Yeah, it's not going to be it's not going to be a dull time, shall we say, for the next few weeks. Lots and lots of stuff. Of course, next week, this thing, if I can get it to show up, is coming out, the SE Silver Sky, which I know I've done a couple of videos about now. So interested to know your thoughts on those as well. I think the pricing is phenomenal, but we'll talk about that. And yeah, it's great to see so many of you back after our holiday break. So I also just want to know, how are you doing? So let's dive into the chats. And I see Scott Bogfoot is here. Scott, again, made me very jealous with his posting on the Facebook page, which, if you don't know, is facebook.com/3chorddave. You can see Scott's guitars as he posts them there. Not so much mine yet, because I'm lazy. But that Bonamassa 355, I kick myself every time I look at those and realize I should have bought it when it was out. Very cool guitar, Scott. Thanks for sharing with us. But don't worry, I also missed the Amos, and yeah, kick myself over that one too. It's good to see you. And Todd Moore is here. Thanks, Todd. Nice to see you, and all these familiar names. It's so nice to see you guys coming back. I really do appreciate it. David Ruiz, nice to see you as well. And let me see, Butch, nice to see you. Butch, I did answer your email today. Don't know if you've seen it yet. I only got access to my email account today. Long story, but let's just say AOL, they're not endorsed by the channel. Let's put it that way. Yeah, I got to stop using AOL. Anyway, but Butch, yeah, nice to see you. Thanks very much for joining us. And Robert, you are here as well. Thank you so much. It's good morning to you. You are here on a Sunday morning for you, I believe, down in Australia. Nice of you to join us. Thank you so much. Andy T, good evening. Nice to see you, Andy. We appreciate you being here. And Jeff Squires from Northern Canada. Again, always a pleasure to see you, Jeff. So thanks for joining us. Yeah, it's good to see everyone after a couple of weeks. It has been a weird 2 weeks, because we had the two major holidays, Christmas and New Year's. And of course, all of that time, a lot of people have time off and have, all the time to do whatever the hell they want. 3Chord Dave had no time off and had I had my regular weekends off, and that was it. So yeah, work has been crazy, and I'm hoping we'll settle down. But I've got big plans for the new year. Hopefully things are going to go pretty well. I think there's a lot of cool things coming our way this month in particular, in terms of guitar news. So we'll be covering a lot of that. And of course, it's a new year, new possibilities. So great to see everyone, as I've said. And yeah, let me just keep saying hello to you guys, and let me know any thoughts you have. Scott Brower, nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. SB, nice to see you. Happy Saturday, everyone says. I sold my Epi Les Paul Jr. and bought an arch top metallic blue dinky without the Floyd. Well, talking of arch tops, Scotty Bogfoot on our Facebook page was asking about arch tops and did anyone like them and what are their thoughts. So yeah, he's definitely interested in that. But for sure, that's a very cool thing to have in your collection. But yeah, Scott is predicting more delays in 22, and then all manufacturers will pump out many guitars with questionable QC to make up for it. Yeah, that's true. Uh, I don't. I think questionable QC is actually a feature that Gibson do on purpose nowadays. So yeah, I was watching. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet, but you should definitely check it out. The Guitaristas on their channel there this week did the 61 Epiphone SG in the Arctic, or not Arctic white. What do they call it? Classic white. Is that what they call it? Classic white or vintage white or something like that. But looks very cool, and they went through it. Those guys do a great job. Colin's fantastic. Um, Actually, absolutely love their channel. With each video, a little bit more. So definitely, guys, check out that channel if you haven't already. The Guitaristas, brilliant, brilliant stuff. But it pointed out that the bezel on the back of the SG is wrong. So, it's like, is that a QC issue, or is that like have they just messed up the plans? And he was able to point out there's like three different posts on or places online where he could see that that was the case. So very interesting. Um, there, I think they're kind of doing it on purpose, to be honest with you. Ben Allmark, nice to see you. Thank you so much. And you're saying you think it's great that PRS came out with a more affordable Silver Sky, but I think I'll wait to see how it compares with the original before even considering it. Yeah, absolutely. My thoughts on it, and I said this in my video midweek, was I really like it. I like that they've brought out a cheaper PRS S Silver Sky, like an SE version. SEs are brilliant guitars from my experience. Every one I've played is fantastic. I own one. I play it a lot, and I've handled a couple others in stores, but nothing seriously. But have always been great. Now these ones coming from Indonesia, mine's from Korea, so obviously different standards and so on there, I think. But it is great to see them doing it. I'm not a huge Strat guy, so I'm going to just leave it. I think there's going to be a big rush on these, and the way delivery delays and everything are, I think other people will love this more than I will at first. Plus, new colors will come along, and I'll probably think they're cooler. So by the end of the year, I think there'll be 8 or 9 colors to choose from. Scott asking, Dave, did you check out that 82 Epiphone? I did, Scott, and I came so close to trying to buy it. The reason I didn't is I am this close to an 82 Gibson, and I'll be revealing very soon if I can get. I think this week we're going to do the deal finally. Um, Getting things to Ireland from wherever this thing is, this magical thing, is a bit tricky. But yeah, I did check it out. Very, very cool. And thanks for pointing me in the direction of that one. That was absolutely fantastic. Excellent to see because if I'm thinking of the right one now, because people have been sending me guitars for like 2 weeks now, I haven't responded to them. But yeah, the that was the one with the Epiphone chainsaw case and everything, and it was just fantastic, brilliant stuff. As I said, came very, very close to making at least an offer for it. Um, Craig Philbrook, hello, first time in the live chat. Hello, Craig. Thanks for joining us. We really appreciate you coming in. And William Forrest is here too. So hello to you, and thanks for joining us. Marsha's here. Nice to see you again, Marsha. Hope you had a great 2 weeks since we've seen you last. And thanks for popping me that email, by the way, about the Stay Metal Ray, another great channel you guys should check out as well. Did a big interview with Jackson and some people there. Very, very worth watching. I've only got about 15 minutes into it because I don't have any time ever. But I appreciate that, Marcia. Thank you so much. Um, yeah, James Markham. Nice to see you, James. Thank you for joining us. First time on the stream as well. It's awesome. Nice to see you. It's super cool. We do it every week, so make sure you come back. And you have an NGD, which is fantastic. New Gear Day, of course, if anyone doesn't know. I just picked up a used vintage V100 for around $200. Excellent. That's a pretty good deal. My first single cut. I love the videos about the Epiphone Les Pauls. Sweet. Thanks, James. Yeah, appreciate it. That's an awesome guitar. Yeah, and listen, there will be many videos about Epiphone Les Pauls in the future. This year is going to be a huge year for Les Pauls. Obviously, 2022 is now the 70th anniversary of the Gibson Les Paul. I've heard conflicting rumors of what's coming from Gibson. I think either way, we're going to be very pleased with what they're doing, and Epiphone's pretty much going to do something very simple as well. So yeah, very cool. Lots of videos coming on Epiphones and let's pause in particulars. Barry Sample, nice of you to join us. Thanks, Barry. How much will the Silver Sky cost? So I have it here. Okay, these have been leaked, but I've confirmed it with like one, two, three, three and a half people who are in the business. One of the biggest retailers in the world confirmed these prices for me. In the US, you're going to pay $850 there or thereabouts. In Europe, €750, and in the UK, I just think it sounds better. They're saying $699 in pounds. So very, very cool. Pricing wise, especially when you consider how expensive the Silver Skies are. I mean, it's pretty much a $2,000 saving because they're $27.99 for some of them. So yeah, I think it's great. But those are not official pricing yet, but are more or less confirmed. And Scott, you have finally educated yourself in Rory Gallagher. Fantastic. Now one of my favorite artists. You see, we gave you the greatest Christmas present of all time by telling you about Rory last week or 3 weeks ago. Yeah, 3 songs that you've discovered. He's no longer. Oh yeah, 3 songs in, you discovered he's no longer with us. Yeah, yeah, it's so sad. I was thinking today, actually, or yesterday, I can't remember times, but I was driving along thinking, I wonder what Rory would be doing today. And I was specifically thinking, would he be a PRS artist rather than a Fender artist? Because I think he would. I think he'd be on PRS. I think they would have gone after him a little bit more. I think they were kind of trying to get him in the 90s just before, sadly, he passed. But yeah, I think Rory would be playing PRSs, to be honest. It would be the big Rory Gallagher signature coming out rather than the John Mayer. So there you go. West Joe says America, and indeed, there's nothing wrong with that. So good, go America, absolutely, Team America for the win. Todd Moore likes the Guitaristas video as well. Yeah, I love those guys. They're awesome. They make great videos. So yeah, absolutely. Scott Brower, Fairtone Studios also did a short clip on the fancy Epiphone LP. Beautiful guitars. Haven't heard of them before, but I'll check them out for sure. So yeah, definitely. Bruh Music, thanks for joining us. GNR, yeah, absolutely. Like Night Train member right here, or at least I think I'm not anymore. I used to be. But yeah, glad to see everybody saying welcome to the new people in the chat. Thank you again, all of you who are new, and of course all of you who have returned. Just thanks to everybody. As I've said many times, I really appreciate everyone joining, watching the videos. Clicking the links as well. That helps the channel out massively. All the links in the description tend to be, kicking back to the channel some way or another. So don't forget about those. And yeah, this is going to be a cool year, I believe. Al Adolfson, you are just an old guy according to your name, but of course we know better than that because we know you're a cool dude and you are still in Rio de Janeiro. Fantastic. Awesome. I hope you're still rocking that new Tajima you told us about. Still down Rio. That's very cool. So yeah, leave it to tell us when you're heading back, or if you're heading back, maybe you decided to stay there. John Brad, thanks very much for joining us. Happy to see you, John. And Butch, you are really worried about the guitar prices for this year, especially on the newer models. Yeah, that's true. They are. We've just got a price increase for most brands. Fender, at least we know, are going to do another price increase in the summer. There is, yeah, and then it's just going to keep going. Dollars are worth less, pounds are worth less, and euros are worth less now than ever. And yeah, it's just going to keep going that way. So unfortunately, prices are just going to keep going up. And one of the bigger problems is the delivery costs are like transport costs have just gone up through the roof. So yeah, it's the shipping has just gone crazy. So I think you're right to be worried. I think we're going to see a lot of costs passed on to those of us, but hopefully some of the brands are going to look at it and try and help us out a little bit. I'm encouraged by PRS's pricing, for example. So we'll see. I think some of them are going to try and do something because they know they're going to get some backlash. But we'll see less features for what we do now, but you'll still see brands offering certain price ranges and so forth. Al, you're telling us you have a Sterling CTS 50. Phil McKnight says the Silver Sky is comparable. The Sterling CTS 50 is very cool. So I'm going to wait and maybe save for the Fiore. All right, sweet. The Fiore's cool. I wouldn't rule that out being an SE version very soon as well. I think that's this year probably. I don't know when. So Jay Martin. Hi Jay, nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. Good to see PRS using rosewood fretboards on their budget model. I hope Fender goes back to rosewood on their $1,000 and less guitars. I will never ever buy a Pau Ferro fretboard. Well, I mean, each to his own. Indian Laurel is not too bad. It's not too great. It works, does the job. Pau Ferro, I've nothing against it, but I understand what people do. But yeah, it is very nice to see the rosewood make a return to the more budget range. I think actually when it comes to PRS, that Silver Sky, if once they actually confirm those prices themselves, I think we've got a lot to thank them for because the PRS, the Silver Sky SE version, has a lot of very cool things on it. So good stuff there from them. Craig loves some Rory as well, which is great. Yeah, we all love Rory Galt, and we had to educate Scott Bogfoot one time on the stream. He had never heard of him, and that we couldn't allow that to continue. So we had to tell him to go and do some homework. And now he loves Rory. I think that's what happens. You listen to Rory, you fall in love. Um, yeah, and Al, you're saying, yeah, you agree with Phil McKnight. He's a very knowledgeable, cool guy, all right. Artists play guitars given to them, they don't pay. That's true. Unless they're building collections of classic stuff and things, they don't buy new guitars, they just get given them. Used to be different. They used to have to pay like cost price, but not anymore. Um, so Dara Harland, in fact, yeah, if I can read. Dara, nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. Have you checked out the Epiphone Les Paul Traditional Pro 3 Plus? Yeah, that rings a bell. I think that may be a couple of years old, perhaps. Maybe longer than that. I don't know, but definitely like the Les Paul Traditional, obviously quite well known. Pro 3 Plus, I'm not 100% sure, but if I haven't, I'll try to get one for a video at some point. Um, I'm going to try and do as much Epiphone stuff, Harley Benton stuff, and maybe a couple of Gibsons and Fenders thrown in this year. Maybe some other stuff. We'll see what happens. A lot of it will depend on buying and selling. So see what goes. Um, and Todd agrees that Rosewood is board of choice forever now. Well, yeah, Rosewood. Rose is pretty cool. Uh, John is asking for details on how to win the guitar. Well, John, it's all happening. And yeah, I'll give you some details in a little bit of how we're going to do it. Now, of course, we haven't hit 5,000 subscribers yet. So if anybody is watching who has not subscribed to the channel, you've got to do it. We're about 120 away from it, which is very close. So it should happen in the next couple of weeks, I think. And everything you can do to help us get to the 5,000 will be appreciated. Essentially, what we're going to do, though, right? We're going to come here on Chord Dave Live on the Saturday night, and we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some laughs, and we're going to do a quiz. And how that's going to work is, I'll give you details on the night, or maybe a video out the night before the Chord Dave Live, where we give the guitar away. Where what we do is you'll need an app. There's an app you can download, or I think you can. Yeah, actually, you don't need the app. You can just visit it in your browser. So if you have your computer or whatever nearby, you can do it. There's an app available, Android and Apple phones and iPads and all that sort of crack as well. So we'll be downloading an app. I'll give you the login details. I'll be doing Quizmaster for today because I love quiz shows as well as guitars. So we're going to do like 5 or 6 questions with maybe a tie-break question at the end. And some of the questions will relate to videos that I'm going to do over the next few weeks. So, and when I say that, there's going to be hints in the videos. So there'll be questions. For example, if I said on Chord Dave Live last Saturday, what was the beer I was drinking? You would have to say, oh, you were drinking a Hop House 13. And if you know, there'll be a multiple choice questions, and that'll be one of the answers. So that's how it's going to work. Whoever gets the most questions right quickest, when we do however many questions we do, I haven't quite decided, but I have got some questions written out that I want to ask you guys, and just to see who watches the channel. So you're going to have to know some Chord Dave stuff, but it'll all be repeated over the next few weeks until we get to that 5,000 mark. So that's how it's going to work, John. It's not going out today. A couple of people have asked me, like, was I giving the guitar away today? No, we're going to wait till we hit 5,000 exactly, and it'll be the week. So if we hit 5,000 on Monday, it won't be next Saturday. It'll be the Saturday after that, just to give us time to get everything prepared, iron out the kinks, make sure it runs smoothly on the night, and that's what we're going to do. So all of that just to say, don't worry, it's going to be a lot of fun, and somebody is going to get a killer guitar. Colin from Guitarist has confirmed with me today that yeah, he thought I was crazy giving it away. So because he thought I was giving my guitar away, which obviously I'm not. Because no, I would never separate with or part with that guitar. So anyway, it's Hop House 13. So just remember the 13 part. It might be a question. You never know. All right, guys, I got to get through the comments because I'm getting far behind. And if this is your first time on Chord Dave Live, listen, thank you so much for joining us. We do always mention the beer I'm drinking, and we do always get behind in the comments, so please bear with me. I will catch up. But yeah, again, thank you so much for joining us, everybody. Let me see. So Butch, you're exactly right, Jeff. They did say that, and I think another place they're going to hit us too. Nobody's talked about is shipping. It's really going to take another hike. Yep. Yeah, mentioned that. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's going to be the story of the year. Price will just keep going up. Yep. Scott, hey Dave, if I win your SG, we're going to auction it off for charity. Does that sound good to you? That sounds great. Listen, essentially, if you win it, Scott, it's your guitar. So yeah, I'd be super happy if that's what you want to do. If you want to keep it and play it for years and years and years because you find it's an amazing guitar, that would make me happy too. I don't think anyone's going to be disappointed too much with this guitar. They're wonderful guitars. So yeah, but that's a great idea, Scott, and you know, good on you. Fair play. If you win it, that's great. So. But by the way, bribes can be sent. No, I'm just kidding. No bribes, maybe. Uh, Ben Allmark, I thought the same way about Pau Ferro until I bought one. It's a Vintera Road Worn in Lake Placid Blue. Check out the video of Chris Buck playing it. So there you go. Yeah, look, some people, when it comes to Pau Ferro, just won't like it. It's that straightforward. And I think as well for me, there's been things on guitars that I haven't liked. And then some months or years will go by and I'll be like, actually, I like that now. So, you know, it can be weird. Well, I can be weird. So anyway, Hail Mary Recordings is here. Nice to see you, my friend. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're doing well. Butch is saying, Matt, the bad thing is that once they go up, the price normally never comes down. And the only place you'll normally save is shipping. And with these gas prices, it's going to be worse. New guitars, by the way, guys, are going to go up. The used market's going to go down because there's lots and lots and lots of people buying guitars they just want to get rid of because they're not playing them. You know, last year was the biggest selling year for guitars ever, and like they couldn't make them fast enough. And there's a lot of them are sitting around because people couldn't play an F chord and they just gave up. So honestly, there's everything from Squire Affinities to Les Paul Standards and beyond out there from beginners who just they bought 4 or 5 guitars because they got caught up in the craze, they got caught up in the gas, and they're going to sell them and they're going to take a loss on them because they just want to get rid of them. So keep an eye on Reverb and YouTube and place Facebook Marketplace. You will pick up bargains this year for sure. And yeah, it's definitely the place to look first, because we're going to see huge price hikes. In fact, Marcia, you're tweeting out the stream. Thank you so much. Hit the like button and on the stream, everyone. Absolutely, yeah. Make sure you hit the like button. That helps. It does. Every like does help the channel get kind of promoted a little bit more. Every view helps the channel get promoted more. If you watch a video, this goes for any YouTube channel you like, by the way, not just mine. If you watch a video, watch it all the way through to the end. That really helps. That's one of the big things YouTube looks for. Is like, how much of a video does someone watch? So yeah, listen, appreciate that, Marcia. Thank you so much. Tweeting out the stream, sharing it anywhere you can, telling your friends and family to get into guitars and start watching the channel. That's all we want. Yeah, very cool stuff. Thank you. Chai Pup, Happy New Year. And yeah, Happy New Year to you. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. And yeah, Fender is supposed to go up in June again. Yeah, 15%, I believe it is. Casino Guitars said that in their video, but all the dealers are saying it. Al, you're heading back in March, so your wife can spend time with her family. So it's nice. You're going to stick around till the nice weather returns to the northern hemisphere. That's pretty cool. Excellent stuff. Marsh is cracking the whip, guys. See 39 people and not 39 likes or dislikes. Of course, yeah, that's true too. Very cool. Money HCO, great to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. Money HCO, by the way, is the greatest name on YouTube, by the way, in case you guys did not know. Still have to call that out every time. But hey, stud. Me? Thanks. Did you see how Epi carved the back of the horns of the new 61 SG? Yeah, I mentioned it earlier. I was watching Guitarista's video. If you haven't seen Guitarista's video, check it out. They did a complete in-depth rundown of it. Yeah, who knows? Honestly, like, that's the thing. Epiphone, Gibson, they had to do something, I suppose. It looks weird though, doesn't it? I mean, as an SG person, if I see an SG, I'll try and pick it up. I love SGs so much. I think like they're absolutely my favorite shape that Gibson make. I like a lot of their shapes, but SGs are my favorite. And when I saw it in the video today, I couldn't believe it. What are they doing? But I'm not surprised. QC issues. Maybe they just didn't program the CNC properly. Yeah, facepalm is the exact thing. Jeff says the trick with Paulo Farrell is to use lemon oil every time you change strings until you get a nice color. Yeah, that would work. That would work. Absolutely. Butch thinks the PRS is going to be, or Paul Reed Smith is going to be the man that helps us stay in affordable price range. Yeah, possibly, but he's got some expensive stuff. Epiphone are actually going to be surprisingly cheap, I think, when they come out with their new stuff. But there's going to be new levels and stuff. But yeah, I'm hearing that they've got some good plans up their sleeve. We'll find out on the 18th and the 19th, 19th and 20th, Gibson and Epiphone of the month. This is great stuff coming in the next couple of weeks. It's going to be fantastic. Like January is the most exciting time. I just wish there was a NAMM show and we were kind of able to, travel and visit things and do all that stuff, because I would have been at NAMM this year if it was happening. So yeah, I'm not sure about the summer NAMM thing though, because summer NAMM's never really interested me as much as winter NAMM. So, winter NAMM's going to be a whole other year away if it happens at all. So, yeah, we will see. We will see. But this year it's going to be exciting. I don't know for a fact, but I'm pretty certain Gibson have some very cool stuff coming. Spoke to a friend of mine recently who was like, his only comments to me was, just keep an eye on Gibson. You're going to be very happy. And he knows what I like. So that pretty much means I've been talking about to anyone in the industry who will listen. Gibson and Epiphone should really do like Les Paul Deluxes in all kinds of colors and custom lights and stuff. So I don't know if my predictions are going to come true, but We will see. Anyway, you guys tell me your predictions. That's why it says Guitar Predictions 2022. I want to know yours, and see what happens. Because, it's very true. The prices are going to be shocking this year, but we're just going to have to deal with that. It might be time to do something about it. But all we can do is raid Reverb and eBay for those, and Marketplace for those cheap deals, which will be there. Trust me, you will save hundreds on almost good as new stuff. Chai Pope is saying it's disappointing that a certain Essex shop named after a fruit, wonder which fruit that could be, are selling the same Fender Telly with no caster pickups for £50 more than last year. Yep. Yeah. That's something you might want to keep an eye on. I think they'll eventually have to do some sort of discount on a lot of the guitars, because I don't think people are going to pay prices straight off the bat. But that guitar shop, I wonder, is it near a beach? 'Cause maybe you could go there and then they could teach you how to. How else can I rhyme peach? Oh, never mind. You figure it out. Happy New Year, Joy, by the way, if I didn't say that to you already. Um, let's see here. Denver is beating KC. Hope they can keep it up. Is this like a thing? I don't know. Sports? American sports? Football? I have no idea. Um, I know what's going on right now. So if you're rooting for Denver, then so am I. Sounds good. I like Colorado. Never been there. Not yet. Soon. I like ebony and rosewood fingerboards equally, maple not so much, and less than other kinds of man-made materials. For less, and less for other kinds. I'll learn to read one of these days. Man-made materials suck. Yeah, Scott. I don't know. I mean, I feel like, yeah, ebony is the king. Rosewood second best, and I do like a roasted maple neck. I do. Going by my experience of playing my new Telecaster I got at the end of last year. Fantastic guitar, plays beautifully. So yeah, I would say it's not all bad. It's not all bad. I don't know. I have this thing in my head where if I'm playing a Fender, it should have a maple fretboard. So it's just one of those weird things I was telling you about that I have. Marshall would be a good tour manager, I think. Yeah, I'm pointing with the numbers. Todd Moore trying to get everyone a job. I appreciate that. That's super cool. Um, and Matt Von Bosch, nice to see you, Matt. Thanks for joining us yet again. The Silver Sky is at a surprising price point. I really thought it would have been a couple hundred more. Surely will be a big seller. Yeah, as if you recall, when the initial tease was done, my thoughts were that it would be somewhere in the 11 to $1,200 range, and I was told that's where we were heading with it. But apparently, the people who told me that, two people told me that, were wrong. So that's good. It's good when people get it wrong, and they are, um, you know, uh, so wrong, because they're the really good prices. Yeah, it's surely going to be a huge seller. Just wonder what kind of corners they're cutting, or whether, I mean, I know every SE that I've picked up has been a nice guitar. My one is like phenomenal. And I don't know many people who say bad things about a PRS SEs. I do have a new SE coming very soon. The Santana Abraxas one that was released. I have supposedly got one coming from Thomann. They told me I had pre-booked it and pre-ordered it, but then they didn't get one for me. So it's supposed to be coming in February, but we'll see. We'll look forward to that as well. Um, and Todd has some bad news for John Bratt. It says, "You can't win it. Sorry, I'm going to win." Lol. Just joking. Best of luck to you. Um, and Benny, you said, "Hello, everyone. Sorry I'm late. There's no such thing as late around here, Benny. Absolutely delighted to see you. Thanks for joining us. Happy New Year to you, my friend." But Todd claiming he has won or is going to win it. Funny story, many, many years ago online, I don't know what year it is. Somebody will tell me. Iron Man 2 was coming out, and I won tickets to the world premiere, and two tickets, flights to London, hotel in, like, I know, the fanciest hotel in London or something like that. loads of money to spend at the hotel or on food and stuff. I won it on a movies website here in Ireland called movies.ie. But the competition was running for about a month, and a couple of days before um, they announced the winner, I thought it'd be funny to go in on the forums and say, "Hey guys, I won the Iron Man prize. I'm going to the premiere, going to meet Scarlett Johansson and the other people. I don't care who the rest of them are." And I won it. Like 2 days later, they announced it. So if anyone wants to just declare that they won it already, that's fine by me. That's what I do every time I buy a lottery ticket now, because it worked for me once. It's got to work for the rest of the time, right? Uh, that was, yeah. Eventually, that premiere got cancelled because a volcano in Iceland erupted. Instead of going to London to the world premiere, they had a premiere in LA. They did not fly me to LA for it. They instead sent me to a cinema in Dublin with some Z-list Irish celebrities, some dude who was on Big Brother and so on. And they put me up in a nice hotel for the night and let me drink as much as I wanted for free. But I didn't get to meet Scarlett Johansson. And because of that, my life changed forever. So there you go. Who knows? I could be in Hollywood with Scarlett right now, or New York, or wherever she is. But it's not important. I don't think about it on a regular basis. Anyway, Jeff says if fretboard wood is an issue, use taller frets. Never touch the board. See, that's thinking outside the box. It's what I like. It's what I like. It's constructive and it works. You're a problem solver, Jeff. I like it. I like it. Yeah, absolutely. Um, and James is telling Scott you have a guitar and bass with ebonol fretboards, and by feel alone, I don't notice any difference. Um, they do have a more ebony sound than rosewood, though. Interesting, interesting stuff. Um, let me see. If I say not Coors, can I win? Of course you can, John. Anyone can win. Anyone can win the SG. It's going to be down to who knows three-chord Dave the best. So there you go. Um, listen, all of the questions will be answered in my videos and live streams for the next couple of weeks because I think it's going to be the end of the month maybe when it happens. So keep an eye on all the videos. Just pay attention all the way through, and you'll pick up them. And I might give a hint. I'll be like, this is a hint right here, or this is a hint right here, or pay attention to the next 30 seconds, and you'll know to make notes, or don't, or just remember. Um, Todd says that some of us hate tall frets. Just give me the wood I want. I mean, hey, that's the other side of it. The thing there is, though, you can probably get the wood you want. You just got to pay more. Exhibit A Hair Razor Double IPA is what I'm drinking. Well, that's Phil Sequeira. Nice to see you, Phil. Thanks for joining us. Um, am I that far back in the comments? Three Chord Dave sponsored by Guinness. I wish my friends at Guinness, if you are looking for another spokesperson, yeah, sign me up. Absolutely. Let's see. Hazy Days, nice to see you. How do you win it? I think we've gone through that enough. It's going to be in a future Three Chord Dave live. You basically just have to watch the videos for the next couple of weeks until we hit 5,000, and then we will give it away. And you'll have to answer questions on the night that we do the giveaway. It's going to be an exciting night. I can't wait for it. I'm looking forward to doing the whole thing, and maybe there'll be another giveaway soon if it goes well. So anyway, that's perfect. Jeff again says, personal preference. I got into taller frets with my old telly. Didn't want to fill in the divots on the fretboard. That's a good reason to get to use tall frets for sure. All right, so yeah, I am way behind on these old chats here, guys. Sorry for the delay, but I will get through them all. That's what we do. We try and get through them here. So again, I just want to stop for a brief second and say thank you to everybody who has joined, especially those of you who are new. That means so much to me. Don't forget, though, to hit the like button as well as the folks are telling you there in the chat. That is super important. And yeah, I appreciate it all. Hazy Days had an SG years ago and I loved it, but lost it in a pawn shop. Oh, man. SGs are awesome, so don't worry about it. But yeah, COVID gas will be a flood. It really will. Yeah. Hate that you lost a good axe. SGs are awesome, as is your name. I agree. I agree with both of those things. SGs are awesome, and so is your name. Kirby Jake Scarborough. Cheers, Dave, and cheers to you, sir. Good, sir. Thanks for joining us. Really nice to see you. You've taught yourself to make guitars or SGs. That's because today's that we got to see some work. Turn in your work, please, sir. Are PRS worth the extra money? Is it law of diminishing returns above a certain point? I think you get that, yeah, at a certain point with everything, every brand. My experience with PRS has always been positive, so I would say yes, it is very cool to it's very cool to play them. That they just feel great from out of the box. I feel I lucked out with my one because it's amazing. It's just really good. So anyway, that's all good. Yeah, PRS. Probably around 2 grand is where you start seeing diminishing returns, but still improvements, I would say. But there's nothing wrong with the SE lineup. There's some fantastic guitars to answer that question a little bit better. He says, I'm a songwriter. If anyone here is interested in original music, absolutely. I think we all like a little bit of originality and originality, in fact. So yeah, feel free to. I mean, I think if you pop links in, they get removed. But what you can do, if you really want to, you can send me an email. Down below in the description is the email address. You can send me an email with some links. I'll pop them into the description of a video for you, no problem. But also, we have a Facebook group, facebook.com/3chorddave. Do a post up there. Scott Bogfoot is doing some great stuff on that page, posting guitars that he owns, going through his collection. Very cool stuff. So you can post it there and we can check it out for you. So that'd be super cool. We would look forward to seeing that. And let me see. Jeff Squires, the best thing about SGs is the weight. Yeah, it's one of the big advantages for sure. Marsha's happy to be a good tour manager. We all have our roles here. Indeed, we do. Indeed, we do. Yeah, I appreciate it. Chai, hoping the rehash of Maestro Fuzz lives up to the expectations. My understanding on that is that Mark Agnesi, this was his like pet project, and he's been driving this, and he's really a big fan of the 60s one. I'm not well up on them. I don't really know enough about them to talk about them with any authority. But that dude knows his guitars, and I would be very surprised if this doesn't end up being really really good. So yeah, I think they're going to be. I think they're going to be great. To be honest, I think they're maybe bringing Maestro back in more than just fuzz. By the way, I think they're going to have like a Maestro collection, and it's going to be everything. It's going to be all instead of Gibson pedals. It's going to be Maestro. But yeah, that's what the first one is going to be, the fuzz stuff. But very cool to see them do stuff like that because Maestro has been associated with super shitty guitars for a long time now. So yeah, nice to see them do something though. Um, Marja, we will have to see about getting you an electric to play for sure. How's about it? 3 chord Dave fan. Yeah, we could look. That's something I've been looking into doing for a while, seeing if we can organize something. But you know, there's time. We can figure something out. And if anyone wants to send me some ideas at 3 chord Dave or whatever the email is down below in the description. I have access to the email again. I didn't for a couple of weeks, so I have access to it now. So if you have any ideas, let me know. Scott Brower says PRS have done very well in terms of sales volume without an affordable Strat clone. This SE will give them a tremendous boost. Yeah, absolutely. Listen, they're not going to be able to make these quick enough to sell them, as far as I can tell. I was speaking to somebody at a large company recently, and they said that the number one request is when are the Silver Sky SEs going to be in stock? So, number one question they're getting asked. So, yeah, for the last 2 weeks since Christmas. So, I think there's a lot of people waiting for them. And Vincent Doyle here. Nice to see you, Vincent. Thanks for joining us again. Might pull the trigger on a Silver Sky SE on Tuesday if Thomann have them in stock. Can't decide on a color. What would you and your viewers pick? Well, let's just refresh our memories. I have them all here. Yep. So we've got Dragon Fruit over here. We got Stone Blue. We got Evergreen, and then Buttery Smooth. All right, they called it Moon White for some fucking reason, but yeah, those are the colors. Personally, I'm picking one of probably I don't know. I feel like the green one's only coming out for St. Patrick's Day, and I feel like it's just too green. I don't like it. Having said that, I'd probably buy it now. We'll see what happens. I like the blue. It's kind of, this, yeah, I don't know. I like that one and the white one or the yellow one. I don't know why. The dragon fruit really doesn't do anything for me. So I don't know, but guys, yeah, Vincent's asking, so let's help him out there and see what we think. The stone blue, I think, is my would be my pick most likely. Um, Kirby Jack Scarver says, I adore Epi, mate. SGs are awesome. Indeed, that's a fine one. Best of luck to y'all. Nice of you, Dave. Thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah, Epiphone is cool. And good stuff to come from them, so look forward to that. And let me see here. It is true that every guitar brand has been overwhelmed by donation requests during the pandemic. Everybody, people, I get emails at least once a day asking me to give the Gibson Les Paul away. And obviously, nobody's watched the follow up video where I showed the new paint job and the problems with it. So yeah, I'm not giving that guitar away either. It's still, I haven't touched it really since I did the work on it and found that there's no truss rod because that pissed me off. But yeah, I wouldn't give it to someone because as soon as the neck bows, you're screwed. But yeah, it's uh, it's one of those things people do. There people are out there asking for guitars from everyone. Um, I've had multiple requests myself, and I'd love to help people a lot. But I also had a conversation today. It's very hard to let things go. So yeah. But look, we'll get around to doing something. I think. Um, so yeah, good idea that we should have a look, Todd. So maybe email me a couple ideas so we can come up with. Vincent, go with the blue or green SE because look sharp. That's from Scott Brower. Blue is good. The green, I don't know. There's something about that green. Maybe it's my Irishness. I just feel like it's racist. I don't know. I know that's terribly in in terrible taste. But you know, it's just every time I see something green, I'm like, ah, oh, it's an Irish one. Oh, there you go. All right, let's see. Uh, Hazy days. How do I win guitar? I think we've covered it now. I need to catch up on our chat, but yeah, it's not going to be today. It's going to be soon. Promise you. 2022 year sister brands like Epiphone, Squire, etc. Um, possibly. I think Gibson have huge plans for this year for Gibson. Um, I'm not so sure on Fender, but I know Gibson have some big plans. So hopefully we'll see some great stuff from them. I think where they may fall down is what we've talked about already is pricing because they're going to be raising prices because they just are. And it's not just going to be the January, there is going to be the summer, and people are going to complain about it, and there's nothing we can do about that. But I think they're going to add value a little bit, or try to, and then they're also, I think, working on tiers. So we're going to have cheaper tiers and then more expensive tiers. So they're going to try and cater to people more, but you're going to get less for your money in one case and more for your money in others. So yeah, just keep an eye on them. But I think Gibson are going to be huge this year, and I think PRS actually are going to do some cool things. So keep an eye on them. Um, okay, Todd saying, I'm sure among us there's an axe that could use someone's attention. Very possible. Listen, we got some good people around. I'm sure we can figure something out. I've got some ideas. I can talk to some people, and we can't promise anything. We'll see what we can do. Hazy Days has said goodbye a while ago, so goodbye if you're still here. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it so much. Yeah, that was about 15 minutes. I'm 15 minutes behind on the chat. Oops, sorry guys. 17 minutes actually. Damn it. So I'll try and get quicker. Butch says, you're exactly right. I'm trying to find somebody to start an online marketplace like Reverb, eBay, etc., but cut everyone's fees by half and let people have their first 5 listings for a 1% fee. That's a dream, Butch. Yeah, if that happened, it'd be great. But wow, yeah, I don't think they're going to do it ever. Um, everyone needs to get their cut, and then they take their cut. Yeah, it's one of those things when you sell. It annoys me on eBay when you sell something, they smack you with a couple of fees you didn't realize were going to be there. So I tend to only sell on Reverb now. So, but I just love Reverb. It's a great site anyway. The Silver Sky SE will be a big hit if it sounds remotely close to the original and feels remotely close to the original. That's true, but the fretboard is a weird size. So the fretboard radius 8.5. Where did they get that? Does anyone know? I don't know. What do you hate show? Chicago Music Exchange is doing the PTX? I know. Oh, sorry, it's in the next comment. I'll get to that in just a moment. Sorry. Scott, Epiphone started to kick it up a notch in 2020 with all the sister brands, followed with the pandemic boom. It's going to be a great year for 22. It is. I worry about QC, but going to be a great overall. It's very true. QC is an issue. Again, I'm going to refer you guys to the Guitaristas video on the SG61. There's a part where he shows some QC issues on the binding on the neck up at the top. And I think we kind of have to expect a little bit of that at the moment. As long as they don't affect playability, then I think we can. I think we're going to have to just accept things not being perfect. If you can't accept things don't be perfect, not being perfect, you're taking a risk buying a guitar from one of the big brands. Buy from one of the small boutique brands and you'll be fine. You'll get everything perfect. But that's going to be rare, I think. So anyway, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, QC, hit and miss, I would say. Badfink too. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy New Year to you. Good to see you. And yeah, thank you so much. Al Adolfson again is back with us. And Tim Pierce said in his live stream that the PRS SE plays as good as his core models. It's my experience is that they're awesome. So, Money H2O, you did say, and come back to what you had earlier, Chicago Music Exchange is doing the price hike in current stock too. Was watching a Shell Pink Telly a few weeks ago and it was $14.99. Now they're $16.99 and they've had 5 in stock. Yeah, they love doing that. Yeah. Don't know. Don't know really much about how their business model works, but I presume they have to pass it on. But yeah, it seems like a bit of a dick move. They already had them in stock. I don't know. Again, they might not have paid for those, and now they have to pay the inflated fees. But seems crazy. But we'll see. Hopefully they'll get to it. Something decent. I think we will see like more random price drops, like a sale here, sale there, because of it, and they'll try and make up for it elsewhere. But hopefully. Phil Sakura, Epiphone, Les Paul Modern thoughts. I think they're cool. Yeah, I think they are cool. I think what we need to see is moderns available in more variety. So I know they've got the sparkly finishes, but they don't appeal to everybody, or the metallic finishes. So they need to spread the modern love around to bursts and flame tops and stuff like that as well. I think they're a very cool idea. I like what they're doing. So yeah, very cool guitar there. And I think if you can get them at a good deal, snap them up because they're really great. Dave, is there much of a guitar buying / dealing network in Ireland? Underground maybe. Is guitar popular there? Yeah, I would say so. So when it comes to, I mean, listen, other people may know this better than I do because I tend to stick to the main sites, but there's always guitars being traded on websites. So like we've a couple of websites like Done Deal and adverts.ie for both of those, I think. And they're both like buy and sell type websites. And yeah, there's always some good stuff there. I don't know. I mean, look, maybe more in the cities. There's like a more of a culture around it where it's like buy and sell. But the guy I sold my Gibson SG, the mini humbuckers that I do miss. Still, he was going all over the country buying stuff as far as I'm aware, and he's a very good player recording stuff a lot, doing sessions and things. So he was telling me a little bit. I tend to whenever I sell stuff, it tends to be away, like foreign stuff, overseas. So and when I buy stuff, usually as well. So I haven't bought too much locally, but yeah, I would say guitar is very popular here. There's going to be a new U2 at some point. I nearly guarantee it. New Thin Lizzy, much better. Uh, Chai Pup says to Muddy, seems like a lot of the pile high shops are doing it. Shocking. The price increase. Yeah. Oh God, we're talking about the volcano in the comments here. What are the chances of a volcano erupting? What are the chances of a volcano erupting and stopping me from meeting Scarlett Johansson right at the peak of my um, attractiveness? I don't know how old I was. I was about 28, 27, 28. I was in my prime. So, so yeah, damn earthquakes or volcanoes, whatever it was. Yeah, for sure. The things that happened to me in my life is just crazy. Um, Imagine, Matt, sorry, I imagine there will be another Joe Bonamassa Epiphone signature this year. Any rumors as to what it will be? I think you're right. There probably will be. I haven't heard anything about what it will be just yet, but there is going to be a Slash reveal this month from Gibson, and I think there's also going to be an Epiphone version of the same thing added to the collection. I don't know quite what it is, but I was told Slash is going to be part of the Gibson announcements this year. So, one guitar I'm expecting. I don't know if that includes the one for the promo for the album, but yeah, it's definitely a thing to look out for. Bonamassa, I think he's done a couple of Les Pauls now back to back, so probably something different. I know. It'd be nice to see him do an SG. Don't think he's done one of those, and he has a couple of nice ones. So we'll see. Um, let's see. Barry Sample, thanks for the feedback. I'm surprised at Silver Sky pricing. They will go fast. They will indeed. Uh, Bad thing too, and I'm sure you guys have seen his comments. Watch Shaking Boys beside me in the freezing basement. There you go. If Joe Bonamassa does another LP, I may pass. Need him to do a proper 66 SG next. I was just thinking that would be super cool. And Chai with a super sticker, 199. Thank you so much. That's amazing. I really appreciate that. Absolutely. Um, so yeah, thanks very much. A Shiba dog with a big smile on his face, tilting his head. Wow, that's interesting. I can't see the super sticker on my video, but I'll be watching this back tomorrow and I'll see it. So thank you so much. That means so much to me. Thank you. Marcia, bye, Dave. Are you aware that Gibson closed access to the new European demo shop unless you're actually in Europe, meaning two countries? You can I view it anymore, and can you see the US shop? Yeah, I don't know why they did this, but yeah, I can't see the US demo shop now. I can only see the European one, and they still won't ship to anywhere except for the Netherlands and France. I've contacted them so many times saying, please just sell me this guitar, man. But they won't do it. Um, but yeah, I am aware that they did that. Again, I don't know why. Occasionally switch on the old VPN and pretend I am in America and check out the store. But I don't need to because Trogley does a good job of doing a recount, which, by the way, was my idea first. But I'm not saying he copied me or nothing. He just had the same idea. Uh, they probably got fed up with people trying to get around the system and get more guitars. You know what annoys me about the demo shop is 9 times out of 10, if I see something I think is cool in it, it is sold, and then 2 days later, a week later, whatever, it's for sale on Reverb again by some other joker for like $1,000 extra. Like, okay, business is business, but there was a guy. The European one, there's a guy in France bought one from the European demo shop, and it was very cool. It was a Les Paul Gold Top Bullion, and he literally doubled the price exactly to the euro for what he bought. So I was like, dude, and he's got some nice guitars, and I'll never buy one off him because of that. So so yeah, thankfully he hasn't bought any of the ones that I want from the store. So if they do eventually open up to shipping to Ireland, which they should, because the EU is supposed to be treated as one. It's a single market. It's the whole idea. So they should get their shit together. But you know, they won't. Jeff's asking, does anyone use alternate wiring? I have a 50s wiring on my Les Pauls, a treble bleed on the Gretsch, and Eric Johnson mod on my Strats. Basically, you do the same thing, but on different boards. Um, that is not something I'm super familiar. I generally leave my guitar stock for the most part, or just replace like for like. So yeah, not me, but I'd love to do that actually. I'd love to get more into that. Something I'm going to do this year more is learn stuff. Actually, one of the coolest things that arrived in my house over Christmas. Um, can't give away all of my reading material, but the Gibson SG manual, which is going to teach me, I suppose. The reason I bought this, I don't know, does anyone else have a dad who had one of these for every car he owned when they were growing up? And it was like how to fix everything, how to do everything. So I bought that for a bit of studying and learning how to do stuff this year on my SGs and future purchases of SGs. Planning to buy a Harley Benton SG at some point just to mess around with it and probably mess it up. But yeah, alternative wiring could be something that I do. Um, and Marja, oh wow, Dave got a super chat. Absolutely, and Dave's very appreciative of super chat. So yeah, very cool. um, and Badfink asking Dave, what do you need to do to win that Epiphone SG? Answer the skill testing question, or backflips down the street at 10 miles per hour. Backflips is Badfink. Now that you have mentioned that, the rest of the plan is scrapped. It is backflips all the way, for sure. No, so as you were mentioning earlier on in the video, probably before you got here, I'd say. So once we hit the 5,000, the following week, so not the following three chord Dave live, the following week after that. So if we hit 5,000, say on a Monday or Tuesday or whatever, the following three chord Dave live will not be the giveaway. It'll be the one after that, and we're going to do a quiz. And the quiz will be answered. I mean, there'll be, I know, 5, 6, 7 questions, however many there are. All of the answers will be hinted at or provided a few weeks beforehand, a few weeks in the next few videos and three chord Dave lives. So things to look out for. It'll be three chord Dave based on my interests and stuff. For example, the fact that my favorite guitar of all time is the SG. Put that in your notebooks. That might be a simple opener question when the quiz comes around. You know, if I if I happen to buy a guitar myself in the time and it appears on the channel, you might want to check it out. You might want to just, you know, I'll make a point of saying what's going to be important over the next couple of weeks. So that's all. But yeah, app related, or there will be an app you can download. It's not my app or anything; it just exists. And also on the browser, you can go to it. But on the night, we'll do a quiz. Whoever gets fastest answers will win the guitar. It'll be very cool. Um, Scott says, yeah, try to make a guitar. Spoke, shanking, and neck is not easy enough for me to do. I tried making a guitar once. It didn't work out well. Batfing says, I'd send you a link to my music channel, but it's not guitar. Interesting. Is this drumming? Do I recall that you were a drummer of sorts? I'd listen to it. I would listen to it for sure. Badfink, that SG is mine, says Todd. That's how you do it, Todd. Just be positive. Put it out there in the universe. You never know what can happen. You can't win it. We'll make a demo video for you all to watch. Absolutely awesome. I look forward to that video, Todd. Absolutely. James says, I have to agree about the crazy deals. I just got one myself. Yeah, exactly. It's a great example. Um, Al is asking, do you ever play guitar with other people and have you ever played in a band? I played in a couple of bands when I was in school. Just some of us teenage idiots joking around. And yeah, that was fun. Haven't played in a band since then, but yeah, before, global situation. Occasionally, I play. A lot of my closer friends don't play guitar, and those that do, I don't see very often. So my brother plays a bit, so we'll play, and my dad plays or has played in the past. So yeah, just, but mostly it's by myself, just chilling, playing guitar for a little bit, trying to become Jimmy Page. I've been doing that for 30 years now, and I'm nearly there. Nearly there. If you've seen any of my review videos, you know that's not true. But yeah, maybe working my way back towards trying to put a band together after everything. Never know. Never know. I do kind of have that daydream very often that I was in a band again. So I'm way behind again, guys. So sorry about this. This live stream might be running long. We've been away for 3 or 4 weeks, so what do you expect? Thank you so much for the likes, by the way. 41 likes is very cool. I didn't set a like target, but that is a cool one. That's what I would have gone for. So thank you so much. Butch saying the SG1 that I have, 96 model, I sent you a picture of. It is a one-piece body and a one-piece neck. Very, very nice. That is a very nice SG. Butch that you sent me. Yeah, Butch sent me some emails of his guitars. Um, there recently, just before the break, and yeah, some very cool stuff. And yeah, that's good to know. Badfinger, Todd would love to hear your work. I listen to a wide variety of musical styles. So there you go. We're all interested. Pop it in the Facebook group. Actually, that'd be a great place, and we can all go. And then there you go. It's all good. Hazy, I'll post a song of mine too. It'll make you look so good. Scott, listen, it sounds like there's a lot of songs being posted on the Facebook group. This is going to be great. I'm looking forward to it, guys. Don't let me down there. Let's post it. I will not post that because you guys see me play. You don't want to see that. Did anyone see Gibson Channel's profile of Cheap Tricks, Rick Nielsen collection from David Ruiz? Yeah, I watched that. Christmas Eve morning, I sat down and watched that like 7 a.m. and I was like, it was super cool. Very jealous and also disappointed they didn't show more of his collection because I know he has so many cool things. And I think they just focused too much on all the Karina stuff. Yeah, okay, you've seen one Karina V, you've seen them all. You've seen one Karina Explorer. I was going to say you've seen them all, but obviously that video shows that you haven't. But come on, he has some great stuff in his collection. But yeah, it was a very cool video. I really liked it. Just picked up a Gibson Les Paul Les Plus. Oh, I really want one of those. Is it a 2015? It's Chai Pup. That is very cool guitar, 57 pickups and a shrunken body. I think this one is a keeper. Choi, I love those. Those are great. So yeah, absolutely. Let me know what you think of it, because I mean, obviously you're telling me you think it's a keeper, but yeah, that's so cool. I have about 5 of them in my basket on Reverb, like all the time. I love them. If I can get a good price on one, I'll pick one up this year, I think. Having said that, I have a lot of things I want to pick up this year. I don't know if it's going to be possible. Um, Todd, I'm a psychic. I already won it. Lol. According to the voices I heard, if I could, guys, I'd make you all win it because you deserve it. Because you listen to me. You need a reward for something. David, I saw it, but I haven't watched yet. Big Cheap Trick fan. Yeah, Cheap Trick are a very underrated band, I think. Um, but yeah, it's a very good. That collection thing they do is excellent. Um, so yeah, Todd Moore, you said it's on your watch later for this evening. Definitely get to it because it is enjoyable. Everything but red, two in middle suit me. That's for the PRS. Yeah, the red one. This doesn't speak to me. Don't know why. Don't know why. Um, let's see. Alistair Matheson on the tube. Thanks so much for joining us. Appreciate it. I think you think the PRS sell more SEs than core models, mainly due to the price. Yet, I mean, look, there's definitely more people buying cheaper guitars. Um, so so yeah, I think they do. But they make great guitars. The SEs, they're brilliant. If you can get your hands on a Korean one, just see what I'm looking forward now because I think the um, Santana one is in Indonesia, so I'll have an Indonesia and a Korean one. See what they're like together side by side. Do a few things, but that's if Doman actually send it to me. We will see how that goes. And let's see. Does the SE have a different neck profile? Chai Pup. So that's for the period for the Silver Sky. Apparently, it has the same neck profile, which they just say is. Oh, I've got it written down away. No, I don't have it written down. But yeah, it does have a different fretboard radius, which obviously I just don't know why they did that. But no, it's supposed to be the same. But I think we'll see when people A/B them in the next couple of weeks, which I think there'll be a lot of YouTube like people doing that. Um, Todd Moore does not like those four colors at all. I'm very much waiting for a better blue, to be honest. Um, and Marcia, your dog is giving you a serious bath here. Hard to type when you're being slobbered. That's true. In many in many times I've had that problem typing when a dog has been. It's just yeah, I get you. I get you. I like to see British Racing green instead of that Kelly green. Yeah, I don't know. Just the green does nothing for me. Phil, a friend of mine, has the EP modern Epi LP modern. It says it's great. Some great colors too. Yeah, I think they're great guitars. I just wish there was more than just the colors. I mean, I like the colors. Don't get me wrong. I just think some people will be put off by the solid colors. Um, Doesn't it have to be green, white, and orange to be Irish? Yes and no. I don't know. Anytime I see something Irish, or sorry, green, I'm like, stereotypes. That is a bad alien green dislike for sure. Hopefully QC won't be too bad on the Epis. Actually tends to be better on Epis than it does on Gibsons. That's true. And Chai Pup with the very accurate statement depends which part of Ireland. Yep. Say no more. Um, 6.99 for the S Silver Sky SE undercuts Fender. They're gonna sell bookloads. Yeah, when you think about it, the Player Series Fenders, what are they? 750 now or 7.99? Fender got some work to do. Well, try joy, but by Dave's logic, that would make every color racist one way or another. His beloved blue smacks most of the world in the face. Hey, no, it's just green. Green's the only color. Um, it's just, you know what? People just like to use Irish things as inappropriately. Let's just say that. And not everything green is Irish, and vice versa. Um, that's all I'll say on that. Ernie B, hello to you, Dave, and to all. Thank you for the PRS video. You were the first notification I got about the Silver Sky colors and pricing. Very pleased about the price. It's been a long few weeks off. Ernie, nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy New Year to you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, absolutely. I'm delighted you liked the video and glad we could get you the news of the pricing and the colors. I didn't put my video out first. Other people had theirs. I waited till I got all the information and put it out there. I can't wait till the end of the workday and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, got it out and it's doing okay. So but yeah, glad to see you again. It has been a few weeks off now. It's felt like a long time. Um, and Todd Moore is saying the Batfink in my Emperor Palpatine voice. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. I've been every voice you have ever heard inside your head. Nice. I like where you're going with that. They said they split the difference between the vintage 7.25 and 9-inch radius. Yeah, but PRS normally do a 10 to 11 and a half. They should have just kept it the same. I don't like whatever. We'll see if people like it. People might end up liking it better. I think what it does is it gives people a reason to buy the SE version who already have an American Silver Sky that never would have. So you know, people will do that, and everyone on YouTube who has one will buy an SE so they can do A/B videos and comparison videos. So, very interesting kind of thought process. They had to do something that would stand out, I think. And it's a thing. We'll see how it goes. Um, Kirby says, I never dreamed that some guitars would reach the prices they are. I can't accept it, but it is what it is. Ridiculous nostalgia. There's a lot of that. Yeah, it's true. Um, Going through Reverb and seeing the prices, some people, sometimes I don't look at the prices, I just look at the pictures. And then I look at the prices and I'm like flabbergasted, I think is the word. Because it's like, you want 20 grand for what? But then again, the most commonly used word in reverb ads is rare or very rare. And that's not true. But anyway, J Martin, I'm guessing 8.5 is a compromise between 7.25 and 9.5. Yeah, most likely, but still, should have kept it the same, in my opinion. That's all it is. Money H2O, thank you so much. A super chat for $15 from you there. Hope this covers the 2023 Chord Dave channel price increase. It very much does. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. You've no idea. It means so much to me, that the super chats and all that sort of, and every like and every view and every comment. It means so much. Really, honestly, that's amazing. Thank you so much. Money H2O, the greatest name on YouTube. Yeah. Great, thank you so much. PRS is known for that they split the difference between Fender and Gibson scale lengths for their original designs. Yeah, I mean, but you normally 10 to 11 and a half, like normally, but you're right, absolutely. And Vadwanu, you made it. You did indeed. Thanks for joining us. And better late than never. Absolutely, no such thing as late. We're always here, at least a couple of hours, and we'll see how long we get on tonight. But yeah, thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. And let's see, am I catching up at all? Not really. You guys are keeping me on my toes tonight. We're going to be here for a while. Money Hate Show buys Dave around. Absolutely. Thank you so much again. And yeah, it's super cool. Butch says he has a PRS Tremonti as an SE, and it's just as good as my USA model. The Tremontis are very cool. Sorry, Epiphone just aren't as good as Gibson. Every Epi I've owned had a crap fretboard, except LP Junior, which was nearly as good as the Gibson. There's definitely a difference. I think you might be referring to when I said Epiphone was better than Gibson. I purely meant in terms of QC. For the last few years anyway. I've seen a lot less QC issues on Epiphones than I have on Gibsons. But I think everyone has a different experience with it, to be quite honest, because some people, you could buy 5 Gibsons and them all be perfect. You could buy 5 Epiphones and have them all have defects or problems. So yeah, it's hard to know. But every Epiphone I've seen, whether they've been good or okay, have been really good QC wise. Not always the case with Gibsons, as we know. Scott says, Dave, can you spotlight more non-Fender Gibson PRS in 22? HB is interesting. I've been doing a lot of Harley Benton for sure. Yeah, so Harley Bentons will be done, and there's a few brands that I want to. Well, basically, I want to check them out myself. So I'll be checking those out. But I'm also digging more into vintage stuff, so we'll see a lot of things from there. But yeah, absolutely, definitely be doing some Harley Bentons at least. But thanks for that suggestion, Scott. Really appreciate it. Kirby agreed per the moderns, mate. Need more variety and some classic looks. I think they'll do it. I think they'll do it because they're very popular, the moderns. Don't forget, you can ask for a discount. I got a 10% discount on my Epi 59 Les Paul online reverb with music glue. Very cool. Marcia, again, another super chat. Absolutely. You looked away for 1 minute and that happens. Could you look away for like 5 minutes? I'm just kidding. But no, that's super cool. Again, it's all appreciated, guys. It really does help the channel. My Epi 1960 Tribute Plus has a fantastic neck, ultra smooth, not a flaw on it. Yeah, some Epiphones are perfect out of the box. Some Gibsons are perfect out of the box. They're just rarer, I find, in my experience. Epiphone has got the colors. Why don't they put them on all models? Yeah, my theory on that is that paint is paint and it's not expensive. So there should be there should be no problem. But what it is that they want to release certain models in certain colors this year, certain colors and certain models next year, or they want to have Sweetwater have their special editions, or CME have their special editions, or Andertons, or whoever it is, and they hold back colors and stuff for that. Somebody told me, I didn't know this. Somebody told me a couple of weeks ago that, or maybe it was a month ago or so, if you want a reissue, not a reissue, repaint, refinish, that's the right word, refinish from Gibson, you want them to paint a different color or overspray or something, they'll charge you $2,000. $2,000 Gibson will charge. It's paint, guys. Why? Why did you charge that much money for paint? Craziness. But anyway, yeah, I agree with you though. They should have more colors available. Pretty much any color should be available. Even if there was an upcharge for like you to custom order, I think people would go with it, to be quite honest. Like $50. Should never be more than that. It's paint, goddammit. It's not that expensive. I also have two guitars that I paid list. The Firefly 338 and the CT50, which I probably could have gotten a discount, but it was an emotional purchase, not a thought out purchase. There you go. There you go. Let's see. Chip Up saying that the necks are fine, but fretboards are shy. Fretboards is an issue for Epiphone, that's for sure. They need to, again, like, just go back to the Guitaristas video. If you look at the fretboard on their SG61, I think it's in the fourth fret. There's like all these marks on it. Always. So there we go. Let's see. Chai meant fretboard, then mine was a limited run. Okay. Chai Pup, 27 or 28, 2 years ago. Oh, blushing. Yeah, I was 27 or 28 about 3 years ago. Plus or minus some years. 10 years. Anyway, let's get past that. Vad, I just bought an Epiphone Les Paul Classic Worn. What an amazing guitar for the price. Have you tried them? I have tried them in that I tested it out in a store. That was, I think that model came out early 2020. I was in the States. I went into a guitar store. They had them, played them, and loved it. I thought it was very cool. There's the purple one I played. They look very cool. I think Epiphone are doing a refresh of their Les Pauls this year. I think everything Les Paul is going to get a refresh this year. Some things are going to be cool. They have to be. They have to be. Picked up an Epiphone SG over a Gibson SG Special. That was absolute crap by comparison. Korean Epis are far superior to the Chinese ones. I got rid of a Gibson or Gibson SG because I loved my Epiphone so much. So there you go. I think it's some example. You can get the jackpot when it comes to that. The truth is, Epiphones in general will never be better than Gibsons in general, but I find that diamond in the rough every now and then. James Severn, nice to see you. Happy New Year, and thanks for joining us. Getting in here late is not a problem. It's all good. Ernie B, good suggestion. Joe Bonamassa ukulele. You never know. You never know, Joe. One thing's for sure, I'll make a clickbait video about it and people will complain. Alistair, scalpers are crazy. Yup. From some guitars, I mean, like if you look at the Dave Mustaine Flying Bees, they're going for crazy prices. They're already going for like, what, 1,500 quid more than they cost. That's crazy. And I think they suck compared to what they're going to bring out in a couple of months' time. So, yeah, people are going to be sorry if they buy them off scalpers for sure. Joe Bonamassa Telecaster. That's good. That's a good idea. That sucks that we are restricted from purchasing that we're restricted from purchasing Axeman. Bullshit. Hell yeah to that Bonamassa 66 SG idea that he wants. Yeah. So hey, Joe Bonamassa, if you're out there, If you're checking out the video and seeing my talking about you, which I only do sometimes. 66 SG this year. Sounds, you haven't done an SG signature model, so yeah, that'd be great if they did that. I'd love it. Does the European shop even exist anymore on Reverb? Because I have a VPN and have used every server and it will not show up. It redirects me to the USA shop. That's interesting, Butch. That's interesting. The European shop definitely does exist. I was looking at it today. So, but yeah, anytime I try to go to US store, it just auto redirects me, and I haven't used the VPN to do it lately, but it was working when they first did that. They first did that change like just before Christmas. Um, so it was working then on a VPN. So yeah, it's a bit strange. I use Surfshark as my VPN. Not a sponsor yet, so just just throwing that out. But anyway, yeah, maybe they'll change it back. Hopefully they will, because I'm just like looking at them. So, Cushman NYC, nice to see you. Happy New Year. Thank you so much for joining us. But yeah, for sure. Trogley is a scalper. Just remember that. He is a scalper, actually. He is. And if anyone watched his video recently on his collection of guitars he's selling, that dude has some nice things. And he's only going to sell them for huge money. So yeah. Now, Trogley, yeah, look, that's his business, is buying and selling. So I'm a bit jealous, to be honest. I wish I was Trogley. I wish I had a basement full of guitars on the pool table. Sometime. Um, yeah, but at least Trogley actually puts out videos on the guitars. He does. That's very true. Um, Marsha asking, what am I hoping to work on? In terms of with the guitar book thing, just general guitar maintenance and stuff like that. Just get better at doing stuff and setups and things myself and modifications and all sorts. I have thought, if you guys know Crimson Guitars over in the UK, I've thought like when um, I start traveling again, that I may go and do one of their luthier courses and make some guitars myself. It's always been a thing I've wanted to do is learn to make guitars properly, and so yeah, eventually maybe do that. So it's just stuff, just learn the basics. I know the basics. I'll go to the next step above the basics is what I want to do. And if anything goes wrong, because I have a problem with my SG at the minute, and I want to be able to fix it myself rather than having to pay, even if it's a small amount, it's better just to do it yourself. Scott Brower, Haynes is UK. In the US, a company called Chilton manufactured all of the guitar manuals. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. In my house, growing up, my dad had Haynes. Every time he bought a car, he'd go to the motor factors and buy the Haynes manual for it. It was like my childhood. Um, Todd Moore says Trogley is funny. He knows about half what he thinks he does. Guitar Hero is where he started out. Sorry, I'm not as impressed as most folks are with him. Well, Todd, listen, here's how it works on YouTube. It's all about confidence, and he's certainly confident. I enjoy some of the things he shows and does, but I think you're right. There are things that maybe he doesn't fully know for sure, but he's got all the connections now, and he's the guy they all go to. So yeah, but I get you. I get you 100%. Would you not be able to use the book on all double humbucker guitars? That's my plan. That's my plan. I think so a guitar that I'm very close to a deal on is not an SG, and that's pretty much why I bought the book, because it is going to come in very handy for that guitar. It needs some work, and it's going to need a few things, and that I don't know how to do, and I want to do myself. It's a bit of a project, and yeah. So yeah, I think you're 100% right. The book's going to come in very handy anytime I need to do anything. I pretty much. So it's just there is a Les Paul version of it as well, but it was like four times the price. So yeah, not doing that, pal. Uh, Amazon dude, you can forget it. How are we doing on time here? It's 11:30. Cool. All right. Let's see. I'm only 26 minutes behind on the chat. Sorry, guys. I had so many people here. I'm losing it here. 48 people. Thank you so much, by the way. Everybody's here. I know we've had more people come and go throughout the session. New people, a lot of new people here today. Thank you so much for joining us. We have huge numbers joining us today compared to normally. I'm amazed. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe if you want. If you haven't chatted but you want to, you have to subscribe, and you have to be subscribed for a minimum of 1 minute before you can chat with us. So don't be afraid. Join in. All the guys here are pretty cool. And again, thank you so much. Now I'm delaying again, so let's try and catch up. Al says, in my younger days, I had a manual for the different cars. I had still screwed every fix up and needed to bring it to the garage. That happened too. Well, see, my dad had cars that you could fix. My car currently has computers and stuff, and I don't think you can do them yourself. I don't know. So yeah, cars and guitars. That was nearly my channel at one point, by the way. Instead of 3 chord day. But anyway, and Al agrees about Trogley with Todd. And Chai, he's just a scalper using his YouTube channel as advertising. Every video is I don't want to shit on Trogley. I really don't, because I do watch a lot of his videos. But what I will say is, if you want to buy a guitar and he wants to do a review of it, you pay for the guitar and then you have to pay him as well on top. Like, he's going to make money from that YouTube video because he has ads on it, and he may have a sponsor as well. So I don't think that's very fair. And to give you an idea, what has he got? Like 200,000 subscribers. If his monetization is anything like mine, he's making somewhere between 700 to a couple of thousand per video. So, like, I'm not making that, but going by his numbers, that's kind of what he's in the ballpark of. So he shouldn't be charging people on top. In fact, he should be selling guitars at a discount if he's selling them after buying them. But there you go. Let's see now. again, just another rant to hold us up a little bit. If you remember, Dave, I done sprinkled my voodoo on that guitar a long time ago. And the others always say that the quiet ones are the ones that quiet ones worry about for sure. And yeah, he's making a killing with his personal collection and his new house. He has a green LP that costs as much as my entire collection. Oh, that green LP is very nice, yeah. Joey says, I thought the court stopped you sprinkling your voodoo. You guys kill me. Charlie annoys me with his endless talk about Les Pauls and his crap tone. Yeah, I very rarely watch his playing demos. That's all I'll say about that. I like the guy, and I don't want to crap on him. I can't say too much, but I don't disagree with anything being said. To be quite honest with you, I don't disagree. Alistair, I thought of this as well. For the amount of guitars he has, he doesn't play the best. Yeah, it seems to be the same thing all the time. LP, LP, LP. Yeah, he's very much in Gibson's pocket, that's for sure. Charlie knows nothing about amps. I know nothing about amps. So I own a Marshall Code 25. I can't say anything. Yeah, sorry. I always feel like I should just remove that out of the background. Yeah, but he has a contact with Sweetwater, so has first dibs and all the rare and stuff. He sold the Carino Explorer for double the price. Was happy to show it on his channel. Yeah, he got a lot of shit over that. He did get a lot of shit over that. Vincent, anyone bought anything new from Anderton's in the UK in the last few months? Don't want to risk a large import duty bill. Bought presents in the UK over Christmas and got shafted on import tax due to Brexit. Here in Ireland, Vincent, I believe you are, and yeah, I bought the Mustang Micro from Anderton's because they were the only place. Like, Thomann didn't have any. And when did I buy that? Like December, November, something like that. But they, yeah, I did get screwed a little bit on it. I think I paid an extra. Like, they took the VAT off, and I paid. I think they took the VAT off, and I paid like 16 euros extra. I think it worked out, instead of 100 and something, I paid 125, somewhere around that. Um, so yeah, it's annoyingly bad at the moment. I don't know if they've fixed it. Same as you, like I bought stuff from the UK and then got screwed on import charges. Um, so try not to even look at what they're selling anymore because you know, Brexit's killing us. Importing from the UK. The only thing to do really would be to go over to the UK, stay a couple of nights, get it shipped to you. But that's, that's not cheaper. So I don't know why I said that. But yeah, it's you see, you'd get to do something with the money maybe. But yeah. But if you're after anything specific that they have, um, you know, it's possible to find it elsewhere usually, but the Mustang I couldn't find it anywhere else. And they do have good deals on their sales. I have seen there's January sales. They've like a couple of €100 off some nice guitars. Um, but anyway, yeah, it's not nice. The UK, why did they mess it up like that? Like, just come on. It was such a sweet deal we had. Cushman, got my first Gibson SG Standard for Christmas and love it. Yes, that's what I like to hear. Gibson SG Standards are cool. SGs are cool. And honestly, I believe whenever you pick up an SG and start like really playing it, everyone's gonna love it. So Anthony, nice to see you. Happy New Year to you, and thanks for joining us again. You can't stay long because you're working again, but just want to say hi. And we want to say hi to you, Anthony. Thank you so much for joining us, even if it was for just a few minutes. Sorry if I missed you. Way behind here tonight. There's so many new people, but yeah, Happy New Year, and hope your work goes by quickly. I heard you just mention Cheap Trick. Did you guys see the Nielsen collection? Yeah, that's what we were talking about. It's very, very cool. Listen, that guy has so much money. The great thing about him is he has the money, but he spends it on guitars. He's a little bit kooky and everything. I love him. That's very cool. Scott was never into Cheap Trick, but Rick is one cool cat. That's a great. Yeah, I agree with you there. He's definitely aged a lot lately. Yeah, man, it's a thing. Um, Al says my local guitar shop is 60% SEs, 30% S2, and one or two core models of PRS. Mine local shop doesn't have anything with a brand name you'd recognize on it. Their own brand name. I think they have a few Epiphones and Squires, and that's about it. I haven't been in there in years. God, the last time it was ridiculous. Um, so anyway, Dr. Stunk, nice to see you. Happy New Year, and thank you for joining us once again. Hope you're doing well there. Um, Scott, I quite like having just the one tone knob. Not sure the coil tap works though. Oh, yeah, coil taps. I'm going to do a video about whether coil taps are good or bad, actually. I'm not a big fan. Pedro Leita, sorry if I mispronounced that. Hey, what's up? Is a good way going to be today? It is not going to be today. No, it's going to be after we hit 5,000. So make sure you're subscribed and make sure everyone subscribes that you know. And yeah, the week after we hit 5,000 subscribers, that's when it'll be. But make sure you watch all the videos because there's going to be hints and tips to how you can win it in those videos. It's going to be a live like quiz that we do. So sorry that it is not tonight, but it will be very soon. And let's see. I'm going to have to try and power through these comments, guys, because everything is just running away from me here. I don't know if you've seen this earlier, Dave. They got a new fretboard radius by splitting so it's splitting the difference 7.25 and a 9-inch radius. Yeah, look, I've heard that, but like I still don't understand it because the Silver Sky is 7.25. Were people complaining about it? I don't know. But there you go. Badfinger has played the PRS Zach Myers model and it was excellent. Have not heard one person say a bad word about that guitar. It's on the list. It's like number 27 of things that I really, really, really want to buy. So yeah, it's definitely there for sure. Javier Pena didn't know Silver Sky SE was coming, and if it wasn't for you, Dave, thanks for that. Hey, great. Glad to hear that. I was the person who told you. Yeah, definitely. It's been on the cards for a while. I think there's a lot of stuff coming actually that we don't expect, but definitely cool. Al says he hates 7.25. Wouldn't even consider a guitar with 7.25. The old vintage Fenders. Yeah, not a big vintage Fender person myself either. Um, so yeah, like I'd prefer if they were changing it, make it a 10 or 12. 12 inch, great. Don't do 15 like Gibson did in 2015. No, I hope they did 15 inch or did something crazy. Anyway, yeah, I'm with you there. Okay, Todd, maybe I can send a link or a hint at my channel name if Dave lets me. Absolutely. Throw it in there. Links, channel names, whatever. Feel free. Happy to check it out myself, in fact, Batfink. So yeah, let us all know what it is. Butch believes he's never played anything below a 9.5. That's where it should be. Um, Marty Art. Hi, Marty Art. Thank you so much for joining us. Um, did I used to live on the Costa del Sol about 20 years ago? Nope. Um, I didn't. I've lived in Ireland my whole life, except for 2 weeks when I lived in Toronto. It sounds like I was on vacation, but I wasn't. I had moved there, but I had to move back for personal reasons, family reasons, after being there for just 2 weeks. But yeah, I made like a full move. Quit my job, got my visa, headed over to Toronto, and was happy to be there. Toronto's a lovely city, but yeah, ended up having to come home. So no, never. I've never been to the Costa del Sol. So no, it wasn't me. Are we looking at like paternity tests here or something? It wasn't me. I wasn't there. Uh, sorry, no, it wasn't me. Uh, Dave, heard to know. We need to hear what the Batfink is up to. Absolutely, throw it in there. Yeah, we got it. Absolutely. Uh, I put my phone down and couldn't find it. I've been searching around for Dave's voice. He was in my living room radiator, getting warm and toasty. This is getting weird, Marcia. What's going on? um, and Marcia, if you're still watching, remind me. This is Todd's message, if you will. Whereabouts in the blue marble are you? Um, so, yeah, planet Earth is not that big. So she's, I know. So, Marcia, if you want to let me just confirm it, you can. I can. Todd, if you want to reach out to me on the email, as I said, we can have a chat. Let's see what we can do. Daniel Vitsaris, hey, I found your channel due to the giveaway. Looking forward to it. I'm also thinking of buying an Epiphone Hummingbird. Very cool. Any opinion on this? Well, we're glad to have you, Daniel. Happy New Year. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, I'm glad you're here. The giveaway will be in probably a couple of weeks' time. So check out the videos in between, though. It's very important because the videos will have hints and tips for how to win the guitar. Epiphone Hummingbird, if you're buying an acoustic guitar, that's a very cool one. I definitely have it on my list. So yeah, very, very cool. Javier said, so respraying will kill the guitar value and be $2,000. Awesome deal, Gibson. Yeah, absolutely. Like you should really only consider that if it's, well, two grand, you shouldn't consider it. But if you were going to respray it or get it refinished, only do it if you're guaranteed to never, ever in your lifetime want to pass it on to anyone else or sell it or anything like that, because the value's gone. And like once you pass on, it doesn't matter, someone else's problem. But yeah, it's whatever. Factory refinishes are not so bad. Like if Gibson refinish it, it does retain more value than if it's like some dude down the road who knows what he's doing or doesn't know what he's doing, as the case may be. Scott says hummingbirds are a classic choice, played by many of the best. I have a ukulele hummingbird, not quite the same as a real one, absolutely. And so far, I'm lost. We're talking about the paint job. 2 grand for a paint job. No way. I don't give a damn what the paint is and whose hand is spraying it. Yeah, absolutely. Gibson may be saying we don't want to repaint your guitar, but if you want it bad enough, you have to pay through the nose. It's like that person charging double for the guitars he wants to keep. Yeah, absolutely. It's true. It shouldn't be that big a deal, should it? Like, for them to do it, they have a factory. They spray guitars all day long. There's always 10 good ones out of a batch made, and there's always one or two of them, 10 that are just off the charts. That's true. Margie, don't put the phone on the radiant heating device. It's good. It's a good tip. Let me tell you. Um, if you say Joe Bonamassa's name 3 times, I can't do that. I'm not allowed. I've been banned. If you say 3 times, he charges you $12 on the TV. Guys, you guys are killing me. It's hilarious. 3 EPs from the new line, LP Modern 59 and a BJLP. Javier, very cool collection there. Um, yeah, I'd add all three of those to my collection, to be perfectly honest. Very cool guitars. We'll get the Adam Jones one when it comes out. Cool. Those are coming soon, very soon. Seems like my search for a classic V style will lead to Harley Benton. I just saw a revamped version of the Victory Plus last night, and it looked awesome. Yeah, I believe Harley Benton have revamped their V, or they're bringing out a new V or something like that, with a more triangular headstock and everything, or maybe that's they're bringing back like a thing. I don't know, but keep an eye on them very soon. I think they're gonna have some cool V type stuff. I think they're because they have that little thing on the bottom. But yeah, Benny, if you're after a V, especially a classic style, the some cool stuff I think coming from Harley Benton soon. If they're not already, I haven't checked them in a while. Um, let's see. I want to try these SG Elegant. Yeah, well, I'll take that off them all day long in a rust finish. Way too cool guitar for that guy. Yeah. Anthony, you got the 61 Epi SG. Very cool. It's amazing. Now I'm getting obsessed with SGs. Yes, that's what happens. They're very cool. Yes, there's some QC issues now. They need to keep these new premium specs like the one-piece neck, Gibson pickups, etc. Yeah, they definitely need to keep that premium line of Epis going, and there's going to be a lot more of them, I think, because they're so popular as well, and it's a successful thing. So they're all about money at the end of the day, and they're making it. Um, so, let's see. Money says I won't be able to afford Trogley's Channel 2020 price increase. It's all right, I got you covered. I'll do a Trogley's recap, seeing as he stole my idea, or sorry, had the same idea as the Gibson demo shop review. A recap that he does. Jim Woodard, nice to see you, Jim. Thanks for joining us. Trogley's playing demos are not great and often out of tune. That's why I skip them a lot of the time. Uh, yeah. Al celebrating the fact 100% likes. Awesome. We've more than 100% likes right now, so that's great. Thanks so much, guys. Um, William Forrest, nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. Trogley is a rich, privileged kid who can buy what he wants and then sell for a massive profit, and still out of tune. Um, all valid points. All valid points. Jim Drew, but I'm not. But I think him not being a great guitarist is the best part. Really great players can make a crappy guitar sound great. In my opinion, it gives a more accurate representation of how the guitars play. That's a very good point, Scott. That's actually why I started my channel, because I was like, I'm so sick of watching people who are like playing Eddie Van Halen riffs. And I'm like, yeah, but how will it sound when I play it? And because I've been disappointed with guitars, having had them sound amazing on YouTube videos and other formats. So I was like, yeah, I could do a channel, I suppose. So it's a very good point. But yeah, there's just something I don't like his videos. His playing parts. I watched the rest of them. I just skip those parts. Do his final thoughts. Those are always fun. Don't always agree with them. Only about a quarter of people here have given likes. We can do better. Absolutely. At 60 likes, Dave will shave his head. Oh. 75 likes, and I will shave this part here because I actually missed a little bit. Um, oh, I've got the razor. Oh man, come on. Gone were the bulges on the side of the wings and the PRS style headstock, replaced by 70s Flying V. Oh, very good. Yeah, that's what I thought was happening with the Harley Benton V. I saw it somewhere, can't remember where, as coming soon. So yeah, if those are out soon, I might have to pick one up because they look great, Benny. So thanks for letting us know about that. Mark Taylor, Happy New Year to you, sir. Thanks for joining us. Marcia is still here, by the way. I played a search game with Huey, pronounced Huey. My service dog while listening. Okay, cool. Awesome. Chili Pup, thank you very much. £5, super chat, which is amazing. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. And thanks for the chat. Thank you so much for the super chat and for your contribution. It means so much, and I love seeing all you guys return and everything. It's so great. Did everyone here hit the like? I love that there are 48 people here. Yes, indeed, Marcia. It's so great. Loving seeing all the people. Loving seeing all the new people. As much as I love all the old people, all the regulars, I should say. It's nice to see new people as well. So we know new friends. Thanks so much, everybody. Um, Mark Taylor, you just won an Epiphone 61 SG standard from one of the raffle websites. I can't stop playing it. That's amazing. Very, very cool. SGs are great, aren't they? I think that's the general consensus today is SGs are brilliant. Mark, just don't spend more than that guitar on raffle tickets. Uh, Absolutely. That is a thing that you have to be wary of. I've done that before. There was an Irish Facebook page, guitar, what was it? Win a Guitar Facebook page, and it was like £10 per ticket, and they would do, or €10 per ticket, and they would do, if you bought a ticket, you could buy like the rest of your tickets half price. So many times I bought like 10 tickets or 20 tickets. Didn't win nothing. It was disappointing. Anywho, Anthony says congrats to Mark. He loves playing his one that he got can't stop playing it. That's the SG thing, guys. They're super awesome. You just can't stop playing them when you get them. I have an SG. You guys are making me want to buy a new one. So we'll see. Batfink 2 with the super chat for $10. Thank you so much. Again, I don't know what to say. It's so amazing that you would consider doing that. So thank you so much. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Thanks, Dave. Though I feel like it's shameless self-promotion on my end, though. But then I need some subs. Everybody sub to Batfink 2, please. Everybody who's here and subscribe to the channel. If you're here live or if you're here look after the live, because this will be on the YouTube channel right after we're live. Subscribe to Batfink 2. Absolutely. He's here. He's cool. And we should check out his music and everything. Money Sure, what's this raffle website you guys are talking about? There's one here. I think it's in the UK and Ireland, and you can win houses and everything on it. All kinds of things. But of course, you got to buy tickets and range and price. That's called Raff All. So yeah. I don't know if there's other ones. Will Gibson charge extra to have a guitar not painted at all? I bet they Gibson would charge to put extra air in the box with your guitar. So yeah, probably would. Patrice Le Canoe, thank you for joining us, Patrice. Nice to see you. Hi, my friend, Epi 335 by Gibson. What do you think about 50s wiring? I don't understand what it does. Thank you for all you do, Patrice from France. And where are you from? Well, I'm from Ireland, and so nice to see you from France. Appreciate it. I think Jeff Squires is the best man, I think, on the chat here to tell you about 50s wiring. He'll explain it better than I will. So, Jeff, if you could shout out an answer there for Patrice, that'd be super cool. Thanks so much. Let me see. It's called Gibson Custom Shop. Animad, yeah, absolutely. Just have a plain guitar. We encourage shameless plugs here. Yes, we do. Wait, Batfink has an active channel. Why am I not aware of this? Yeah, why weren't we aware of this? This is very true. And Vincent Doyle, some good information here. It takes 6 to 8 days to paint properly lacquer a guitar. Also, stripping down a guitar and taking the paint off takes time as well. All right, when you look at it that way, it makes a lot more sense that it would cost money. So absolutely, we need to take that into consideration, I suppose. Jeff, you've already put in the answer. Look, 50s wiring. When you turn down the volume, you also dial down the treble for guys who constantly use volume knobs. So there you go. Just Patrice, that's probably the best answer, best way to explain it. So wait, what's his channel name? Because I search his and it's not coming up. I think Batfink is gonna leave some hints to his name. I don't know if he's got it. So yeah, you might have to pester him for it. Let's see how it goes. I heard Trogley and Bonamassa are going to design a new LP for Dave to review. Chai, that's a secret project. Yeah, you're not supposed to know about it yet. That would be fun. I'd like it. It'd probably have a stinger on it, according to every video I watch, would probably in it. And Bonamassa would make it super heavy, just to punish me. What raffle site did you win your SG? Yeah, yeah, that'd be cool. I'll win SG. That'd be great. Batpink 2 says he needs subs. Yeah, he does. Um, where did you find and where to find your jams? Yeah, Batpink, I think you gotta lead us to it there here, and we'll all go and subscribe. Okay, so Todd, I'd appreciate it because I have zero connections to shops and big brands. Well, Todd and I are gonna look after that, I think. Okay, let's see. Jeff, do you know? Oh, I missed that comment. Just saw a live band in Toronto, Batfink and the Glory Holes. We're not getting into this again, are we? That's a flashback from weeks and weeks and weeks ago. I didn't stop laughing about that for about a week afterwards. Anthony, you're back to work. Peace out, man. Yeah, absolutely. Won't be at work during the chat next weekend. Well, cool. Listen, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Enjoy that SG you got. They're awesome. So fantastic. Yeah, enjoy for the week, and we'll talk to you next week. Cool. Just on time, getting to the bottom of the chat, so that's pretty cool. We're almost there. So yeah, throw in a couple more suggestions of what you think might happen this year, and are you excited for things? Because I'm excited. I'm hearing things, nothing confirmed, but I definitely think there is. There's some cool stuff coming. If half the stuff that I've been told is on its way, is on its way. First of all, my bank manager is going to be like, "What the hell are you doing?" And yeah, and people will be like, "Where are you getting all these guitars from?" And second of all, it's going to be a very exciting year. So I'm looking forward to a lot of stuff that I'm being told is coming. Let's just say colors, traditions, and this is on the Gibson side. And what else can I say? I think we're going to see reruns of things, but slightly different, recent things. So anyway, it'll be next. Is it? Yeah, 10 days away. 10 days away. We'll find out everything they're doing. Some cool stuff coming for sure. Marcia, I'm searching the band name and it's not coming up. We need a link. Is the channel set to private? Don't search that band name. Don't do it. Batfink, I want to smoke and chill after that chat. Lead me to your music for the journey. Oh, Marcia's found Badfink's Facebook page. See, you'll be found out. You'll be found out. I tell you, can't hide anything on YouTube. Um, Al, you're drinking a Skull Pilsen, so here's to you. Here's to you, Al, my friend. Yeah, cheers, absolutely, and to all of you. Thanks for joining me tonight. You think it's his page? It says Batfink and has band member names. Ooh. Mark Taylor says the guitar site is Guitar Gear Giveaway. Ah, damn it! There goes all the money. Here's to the chat. Indeed, here's to the chat. Todd Moore says, by the way, any of you that wish to friend him on Facebook, my name is my name. Very good. And my profile pic is also my white python, as is my background pic. Is that what your profile picture is there? I had no idea what it was till you said it. Interesting. Very cool. Next time I drop by on Facebook, which doesn't happen very often, I will seek you out, my friend. So yeah, absolutely. Don't forget, everyone, we do have a Facebook page. It's 3Chord Dave. No, it's not. It's facebook.com/3Chord Dave, all one word there. And all you need to do is go along, hit the, I don't know, like button, I suppose, on Facebook, or join, or whatever it is. The man on that page is Scott Bogfoot, posting pictures of his guitars and things like that, which and telling stories about his guitars, which is really cool. I am eventually going to get around to doing it. As I said, work has been crazy. No time off over Christmas and New Year's and all that sort of stuff. other than my usual weekend time, which is when I catch up on everything else and obviously seeing family and things at this time of year or that time of year. So yeah, next couple of weeks, I had to have a little bit of time off. So hopefully getting to post more on things like that and everywhere else and all the things. More videos coming as well. So we wrap up here in a few moments. And don't forget, we're going to be heading towards that. We are heading towards that €5,000, 5,000 subscriber mark, which is huge for me. Listen, honestly, I never thought when I started the channel that it would be where it is now, and I'm super appreciative of it. So just want you to know that I appreciate every one of you who comes and supports the channel and likes the channel and joins us in. It means so much. I say that on every live stream because it's true. It means a lot to me. So thanks to all of you guys who come and join us. But let's finish up the chat here, and we can head off into the night because it's getting a bit late here in Ireland. Anyway, oh wait, I know that site. That's the one you click a link and they never say what they're giving away. Oh, interesting. Vincent Doyle was in a band back in the 90s called Shit Creek. Our first album was going to be Up Shit Creek. Nice. I like it. I like it very much. I would have bought that for sure. And Benny, I'm really enjoying all the SG love here. Man, I mean, listen, I'm the leader of the SG party right here. I love SGs. They're my favorite. So yeah, I think it's only right that my channel is a big lover of SGs. So yeah, and that's why the SG is the giveaway because honestly, it's my favorite guitar. Probably, I think it is my favorite guitar of the last 5 years. It's been the new guitars, at least that I have played. So there you go. Badfink 2. Lads, it's not under Badfink. I left a link above. So I think what happens, Badfink, is sometimes the links don't show in the comments on YouTube, or like YouTube automatically removes them. So maybe they didn't see it, but I'll have a look for it there now in a second. See, can I highlight it at the end? All right, so let's see. Fat Philosopher. Hello there and welcome. Thanks for joining us. I really appreciate seeing you here all the way from Japan. Oh man, Japan gets some cool guitars. That is for sure. They get the best of the best really out there. Very cool. Thank you so much for joining us from Japan this morning. This morning for you is this evening for me. In fact, it's midnight. It is Sunday, I suppose, for me right now. We can't see the link. The chat probably auto tagged it as spam. Yeah, YouTube sucks. So sorry about that. Yeah, well, we've got people in Australia now. We got people in Canada, the US, Japan, France, Germany. I know where else. Well, the UK, Ireland. We're a global phenomenon, I think, right now. It means that's amazing. So awesome stuff, guys. Thanks so much for joining us wherever you are. Yeah, and yeah, brilliant stuff. Bafinka says, if anyone didn't see it, it's the Phil Liam project. So definitely check that out. Hit the like button and the subscribe button and all that there for the lads, please. Super cool. Appreciate you checking that out first. Butch says, I'll be seeing you soon, man. Going to be starting dinner and send you some more videos. We're not going to believe how disappointing that Billy Joe Armstrong was. That is disappointing because a couple of guys in the chat actually earlier said that theirs was cool. So that's what I mean. Some of them can be good, some of them can be bad sometimes. But for sure, I want to see what you're talking about. So yeah, looking forward to that. Maybe you can send it to Dave first and give it out to us in the next vid. I can do that. That's fine. Todd, your snake is named Lucifer. Interesting. It's a blue-eyed leucistic. Don't know what that means. Ball python. Every scale in his body is snow white. Well, that's interesting. That is interesting. Snakes. Snakes are we don't have snakes in Ireland, so we very rarely see them. So a little bit freaked out by them, to be quite honest. But there you go. Flashbacks to this time in a pub, and there was like a games night or something, and they brought in this like huge, I don't know what kind of snake it was, but it was like 40 foot long. And he was like draped over people's shoulders and stuff. Drunk Irish people's shoulders. It went about as well as you'd expect it to. Uh, Scott saying, cheers, Saturday is always better with all of you. I agree, Scott. Thank you so much for joining us again today. So yeah, best of luck to you. Fat Philosopher, you subscribed yesterday. Well, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Yeah, lots of love for the Three Chord Dave family here. Um, oh, but your Billy Joe is the Gibson. Oh, oh wow. Okay, those are supposed to be super cool. So let's see. Got a run for Cushman. Yeah, absolutely. Have a good week, Cushman. Hopefully, we'll see you next week. Um, just found the real band name, Marta. Yeah, Jan just said awesome. What is your go-to guitar preferred? Mine is an SG. Actually, if I could only ever have one guitar, it's an SG Special. If right now I'm splitting my time between my SG and my PRS Custom 22. So that's the answer to that one. So anyway, let's see. Fat Philosopher, you post cool Japanese guitars on your Instagram. Excellent. That's very cool. Yeah, Japanese guitars are great. I've been looking at a lot of them recently, so I've probably seen your Instagram page, to be quite honest. I'm Wayne McConnell. Nice to see you, Wayne. Thanks for joining us. And yeah, very cool. Very cool stuff. Fretboard was chipped and pieces out of pieces and a bunch of QC problems. Can't get the action set. It's a handful. Um, yeah, it sounds bad, Butch. In Japan, ESP is king. Excellent, excellent. Didn't know that actually. I agree, didn't know what to do with myself the first two Saturday evenings straight. Had to read a book. Here, it's my favorite thing to do. I've got a couple of new ones to read. Duff McKagan's getting read soon. I haven't read this one yet by Duff, but he's, as you know, my favorite person in rock and roll, and not music related, but during work times. I mean, just in case anyone from my evil corporation is watching, not during work times, but when I do have downtime. This one, it's a novelization written by Quentin Tarantino of the movie, so that should be fun. And some guitar books and stuff behind me, which are going to be featured in videos, so I'll show you those soon. Um, Anyways, guys, it is 7 minutes past 12 on a Sunday morning, I guess you would say now. So, listen, thank you so much to everybody who's joined us here today. Access 2084. Batfink 2 directed me to sub to this channel, so I did. Well, thank you so much. Batfink 2 pays for himself around here. We really appreciate having him here, and we're happy to have you here. So thanks so much. I really appreciate it. But you've joined us just at the end of the stream. We're wrapping up for the day. Guys, we made 55 likes today. That's amazing. Thank you so much. As I say every week, every like, every comment, you guys keeping me on my toes as we go through the chat is a lot of fun. And means so much to me. So thank you so much for everything that you do, all you guys. I missed you. I did. I missed you the last few weeks. It's been great. And yeah, as Marcia just said, I'm glad we're all back together. It's been weird not having Three Chord Dave Lives on Saturdays. But we'll be back again next week. I've got more videos coming out this week. Look out for a video Monday and Tuesday and Thursday and Friday. At least Monday and Tuesday. But anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much to everybody for the super chats. Thank you so much to everybody who came and joined the show and had some fun. Definitely, it's been great. Nice to see you all again, and I'll see you again next week. All right, take care, guys, and I'll see you soon.